Here are the most recent deaths in the national news as reported at Legacy.com the fourth week of April 2024. Legacy.com is where you can find any obituary or publish an obituary in any newspaper in America and beyond. Actress Samantha Davis died March 24, 2024 at the age of 53. She was the wife of actor Warwick Davis, and she appeared with him in such movies as Labyrinth, Willow, and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Davis is being remembered as the co-founder, with her husband, of the charity Little People UK, a resource for those living with dwarfism. A note to remember, sometimes personal information, such as someone's cause of death, is not announced immediately by their family or the authorities. When a cause of death has not been officially confirmed, we do not report on rumors. Every family has a right to their privacy. Singer Mandisa died April 18, 2024 at her home in Nashville, Tennessee at the age of 47. She was a finalist in the 5th season of American Idol in 2006, coming in 9th place. Mandisa is being remembered for her later career as a contemporary Christian singer. She won a Grammy Award for her 2013 album, Overcomer. Baseball player Dave McCarty died April 19, 2024 in Oakland, California. He died of a cardiac event at the age of 54. He was an outfielder with the Boston Red Sox in 2004, the year they broke the curse of the Bambino and won the World Series. McCarty is also being remembered for his seasons with the Kansas City Royals, Minnesota Twins, and other teams. Screenwriter and actress Meg Bennett died April 11, 2024, after fighting cancer at the age of 75. She played Julia Newman on The Young and the Restless, and she appeared on other soap operas like Santa Barbara and General Hospital. Bennett is being remembered for writing for soap operas even as she starred on them. She won a Daytime Emmy Award for her writing for General Hospital. TV personality Howie Schwab died April 20, 2024 in Aventura, Florida. He died of a heart attack at the age of 63. He was known for his sports trivia show on ESPN, Stump the Schwab. Schwab is being remembered for his encyclopedic knowledge of sports, which he also used as a producer for ESPN. Football player Roman Gabriel died April 20, 2024 at his home in Little River, South Carolina. He died of natural causes at the age of 83. He was a quarterback with the Los Angeles Rams and Philadelphia Eagles in the 1960s and 70s, going to 4 Pro Bowls. Gabriel is also being remembered as a legend of North Carolina State University football. Politician David Pryor died April 20, 2024 at his home in Little Rock, Arkansas at the age of 89. He was the governor of Arkansas for 2 terms in the 1970s, and he represented his home state in the U.S. Senate and House of Representatives. Pryor is being remembered for his work to help America's seniors as the chair of the Special Committee on Aging. Journalist Terry Anderson died April 21, 2024 in Greenwood Lake, New York. He died of complications from heart surgery at the age of 76. He was a reporter for the Associated Press who made headlines of his own when he was kidnapped and held hostage in Lebanon by Islamic extremists for nearly 7 years, from 1985 to 1991. He is being remembered for his resilience and for telling his story in the memoir, Den of Lions. Anderson was a U.S. Marine Corps veteran of the Vietnam War who served as a combat journalist. Conductor Andrew Davis died April 20, 2024 in Chicago. He died of leukemia at the age of 80. He was best known at home in England for conducting the BBC Symphony Orchestra, especially at the last night of the proms. Davis is being remembered for conducting orchestras around the world, including the Toronto Symphony and Melbourne Symphony Orchestras and the Lyric Opera of Chicago. Golfer and TV personality Stephanie Sparks died April 13, 2024, at the age of 50. She was the host of the reality competition show The Big Break, and she appeared on other shows on the Golf Channel. Sparks is also being remembered as an amateur golf champion who had a brief career in the LPGA. The Reverend Cecil Williams died April 22, 2024, at the age of 94. He was the longtime pastor of Glide Memorial Church in San Francisco, known for its policy of accepting all people within its doors. Williams is being remembered as a champion of the downtrodden who provided food and health care to the city's poor. Author Ray Garton Jr. died April 21, 2024, in Redding, California. He died of lung cancer at the age of 61. He was the author of popular horror fiction, including the Bram Stoker Award-nominated novel Live Girls. Garton is also being remembered for his book In a Dark Place, about paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. Politician Donald Payne Jr. died April 24, 2024, in Newark, New Jersey. He died of a cardiac episode based on complications from diabetes at the age of 65. He represented New Jersey's 10th District in the U.S. House of Representatives from 2012 until his death. He succeeded his father, Donald Payne Sr., who also died in office. Payne is being remembered for his involvement in working class and health-related caucuses during his time in Congress. TikTok star and actress Ava Evans died in April 2024 at the age of 29. Her TikTok videos went viral for her tips and stories about life in New York City. Evans is also being remembered as the creator and star of the recent Amazon Prime Video series, Club Rat. Actor and producer Terry Carter died April 23, 2024, in New York City at the age of 95. He co-starred on TV on The Phil Silvers Show, McCloud, and Battlestar Galactica, and appeared in movies like Foxy Brown. Carter is also being remembered as one of the first black TV news anchors for his stint at WBZ-TV in Boston during the 1960s, and as an Emmy Award-nominated producer of educational documentaries featured on PBS. Rock musician Mike Pinder of the Moody Blues died April 24, 2024, in Northern California at the age of 82. He was one of the British rock band's original founding members and helped create their unique atmospheric sound. Pinder is also being remembered for helping to popularize the keyboard instrument called the mellotron, and for his later career in the tech industry. Sportscaster Bob Cole died April 24, 2024, in St. John's, Newfoundland, at the age of 90. He was the longtime play-by-play announcer for Hockey Night in Canada. Cole is being remembered by generations of Canadians for 5 decades of enthusiastic play calls. In addition to featuring current deaths in the news, Legacy.com also honors the lives and legacies of notable people who died in the past. Here are some of this week's anniversaries. 7 years ago this week, actress Erin Moran died at the age of 56. She was a sitcom star of the 70s and 80s in Happy Days and its spin-off Joni Loves Chachi. 8 years ago this week, musician and songwriter Prince died at the age of 57. His many hit singles included Purple Rain, Kiss, and You Got the Look. 15 years ago this week, actress Bea Arthur died at the age of 86. She starred on TV in hit sitcoms like Maude and The Golden Girls. 22 years ago this week, singer and rapper Lisa Left Eye Lopez died at the age of 30. She was a member of TLC, known for #1 hits like Waterfalls and No Scrubs. 35 years ago this week, actress Lucille Ball died at the age of 77. She was a TV legend as the creator and star of I Love Lucy. 40 years ago this week, jazz pianist Count Basie died at the age of 79. His Count Basie Orchestra was one of the greats of the big band era. 40 years ago this week, photographer Ansel Adams died at the age of 82. His landscapes helped bring the beauty of the American West to the world. Basketball player Meadowlark Lemon was born 92 years ago this week. He died in December 2015 at the age of 83. He was a longtime star of the Harlem Globetrotters, known as the team's Clown Prince. Singer Ella Fitzgerald was born 107 years ago this week. She died in June 1996 at the age of 79. She was called the First Lady of Song, beloved for her vocals in jazz hits like A Tisket, a Tasket. Physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer was born 120 years ago this week. He died in February 1967 at the age of 62. As the director of the Manhattan Project's Los Alamos Laboratory during World War II, he became known as the father of the atomic bomb. Every week in the United States, flags are lowered to half-staff to honor the lives of Americans whose communities are mourning their loss. Here are the most recent half-staff memorial flag honors. Flags in Arkansas have been lowered to honor the memory of former Arkansas Governor and U.S. Senator David Hampton Pryor. Flags in Idaho have been lowered to honor the memory of Ada County Deputy Tobin Bolter, who died in the line of duty. Flags in Idaho have also been lowered to honor the memory of State Representative Sue Chu. Flags in Maine have been lowered to honor the memory of former Maine Governor Joseph E. Joe Brennan. Flags in Georgia have been lowered to honor the memory of Medal of Honor recipient Colonel Ralph Puckett, Jr. Flags in Oklahoma have been lowered in remembrance of the 29th anniversary of the Oklahoma City bombing. Flags in Kentucky have been lowered to honor the memory of Winchester Police Department Sergeant William Marty Jackson. Flags in New York have been lowered to honor the memory of Onondaga Sheriff's Office Lieutenant Michael Husak and Syracuse Police Officer Michael Jensen, both of whom were killed in the line of duty. Flags in Maryland have been lowered to honor the memory of Boonesboro Chief of Police Kevin Eugene Morgan. Flags in Indiana have been lowered to honor the memory of Hendricks County Sheriff's Deputy Fred Fisler. Flags in Arizona have been lowered to honor the memory of former Speaker Jim Wyers. Flags in South Dakota have been lowered to honor the memory of former state legislator and Public Utilities Commissioner James Jim Berg. Flags in California have been lowered to honor the memory of Los Angeles Sheriff's Deputy Alfredo Freddy Flores, who died of injuries sustained in the line of duty. Flags in California have also been lowered to honor the memory of Oakland Police Officer Jordan Wingate. Flags in Ohio have been lowered to honor the memory of former State Department of Transportation Director Jerry Ray. Flags in Illinois have been lowered to honor the memory of Chicago police officer Luis Huesca, who died in the line of duty. You can read more about the lives of the people featured in this video on Legacy.com. At Legacy.com, any family can publish an obituary in honor of a loved one's memory, online and in local newspapers everywhere. Just visit Legacy.com and select your local community. You can also follow Legacy.com on Facebook and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube to stay up to date on national news deaths.